I know interviews can be tough. They can even be nerve-wracking, especially when you get one of those really difficult or tough questions. But I don't want you to panic, because in today's episode, we're going to explore strategies that will help you turn those moments of high anxiety and tough questions into moments for you to shine. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and get ready to take some notes, because we're going to get started right now. Hey there, Dr. Gordon Amerson here, Superintendent of Schools and Gallup Certified Strengths Coach. And on this channel, we leverage my experience from classroom teacher all the way to the office of school district superintendent to help you go further, faster in your leadership journey and your educational journey. If this is your first time with us, thank you for being here and welcome in. While you're here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you don't miss any cool updates or any of our latest content or episodes. So we've talked about this many, many times together on this channel, interviews and interviewing, and what are the strategies and what are the ways that we can build your skills, your knowledge, and your repertoire, so that way when you're in an interview and you're in that high level of stress, you're able to shine through. You're able to clearly communicate your message, and you're able to resonate with the panel. Because when you walk out, we want the panel still thinking about you, thinking about your name, thinking about what you bring to the table. So today, particularly, we're going to explore strategies, 3 strategies of how you can deal with tough questions. When that question that just kind of stumps you, we're going to talk about strategies to help you with that. So without further ado, let's jump in to strategy number 1 on how to deal with tough questions in an interview. All right, so strategy number one of how to deal with a tough question in an interview is shifting away from answering and moving towards storytelling. So when given a tough question and you're not quite sure how to answer it, the immediate thing I think about is move away from just providing theory. So let's say, for instance, you get a question about classroom management, or how to deal with a difficult student, or how to lead a tough situation between 2 employees, whatever the case may be, like if you're interviewing for a management position. But for the sake of this discussion, if you get a tough question, think about how to tell a story. Think about telling the panel what you know, what you've experienced, what you've been through, how you've anticipated, how you've resolved. Don't just use theory. Don't just use book answers. Fill in the gaps. Give more context. Give more details. Give more breadth to your answers, because what it does is it takes you from somebody who is talking about doing the work, and it moves you to a place in the interview panel's head of this is somebody who has done the work or who knows how to do the work. Don't just talk about the work, but explore ways through storytelling of capitalizing on showing them how you would do the work, or showing them how you have done the work. That's critical. So a specific strategy is to go back, and you've heard us talk about this many, many times on this channel, the STAR method. Situation, task, action, and results. That 4-part framework will help you be able to tackle a question, think about the situation. Now, that's where you're starting to tell a story. That's where you're starting to give some details. And then thinking about the task. This is what I would do. This is how I've done it in the past. Here are the actions and here are the results. Using the STAR method is a nice way to facilitate a strong answer through a 4-part framework that will help you tell stories with more details and more specificity, moving away from that answer that is just a book answer, but it's more a practical answer that shows your level of depth, your level of experience, and your level of ability to deal with something in real time. And that's what panels are looking for. Move from just answering a question and move towards storytelling to answer questions. Strategy number 1. All right, before we move to strategy number 2, actually go to the pinned comments below, as we were just talking about in strategy number 1 about how to move from answering to storytelling. If you go to the pinned comments, there'll be a resource there for you. If you click on that link, it'll take you to a resource that will lay out really detailed ways to use the STAR method to help you as you prepare for your next interview. Go to that pinned comment below, take that resource. It's yours. to help you grow and develop your skills and your ability while you're in your next interview. Check that out. All right, let's move to strategy number 2. All right, let's talk about strategy number 2. Strategy number 2, speak like a teammate and not like a candidate. This is a tough one, right? Because you're on a different front, you're maybe in an unfamiliar space. But I want you to picture for a moment as if you were in the staff lounge or you're in one of your colleagues' classroom. Think about the language that you would use. Thinking about the terminology that you might use. Moving away from using plain language, but using more inclusive language. Using terms like we, using terms like us, using terms that invite people into seeing what type of a person you would be, how collaborative you would be, how transparent you would be, how nurturing and empathetic and caring and kind that you might be. But talk like a teammate. Talk like you want to be a part of that organization, in that you talk in ways that they could visualize and see you as a part of that organization. That is critical, right? And then thinking about really, practically kind of characterizing, what do you admire about this particular organization? What do you love about this place that you're interviewing at? Because if you've done your research and you've done your preparation, there's something that you've fallen in love with the organization about, and that's why you've interviewed. So thinking about how you characterize that, talk in language that is moving from candidate towards teammate, and that will build connections and rapport with the panel. So think about that. That's strategy number 2. All right, so let's talk about strategy number 3. Strategy number 3 is a really important one because this is the one you don't want to have happen to you where you kind of lock up. So strategy number 3 is to anticipate and rehearse the uncomfortable. There are questions that are going to be challenging. There are things that you might feel that might stump you. If there are areas in your preparation where you feel a little bit less confident and comfortable with, anticipate that that's going to be a question and rehearse that. Walk through that. If it's that tough question about how would you deal with an upset parent? How would you deal with a colleague who doesn't want to be collaborative and is being bold and a little bit maybe abrasive about it? If those are the areas that you feel like you may not be super confident and comfortable on the fly, rehearse that. Record yourself and then listen to yourself and play it back. Say it a few different times, but rehearse and anticipate the things that you already know are going to feel uncomfortable to you. And that's going to give you a leg up, because your job is just to figure out ways about how to navigate those tough questions, because you know that they'll be coming. So anticipate, rehearse it, and be ready for it. And that is strategy number 3. All right, so there you have it. 3 key strategies that will help you deal with tough questions in your next interview. But if you made it to this video, thank you so much for being here. And while you're at it, add in the comments below, which of these strategies are you going to implement and use right away, right? Share that with us in the comments below. Tell us what you're going to do. Tell us how you're going to use it, because again, that's going to support other members of our community and help us all better. But since you did stay to the end, let's talk about one additional bonus strategy. So our bonus strategy for today is to ask a strategic closing question. Do not give up this lane. Do not give up this road. We've talked about this in other episodes. Asking a strategic question shows your level of engagement, shows your level of research. It shows your level of desire to want to know more about the organization and learn just another nugget of information. So ask that strategic closing question, because that's also going to leave an impression on the panel about your level of due diligence. That's important, right? So ask that strategic closing question. Don't give up that road. Make sure you capitalize on it. So there you have it. 3 strategies for tough interview questions and 1 bonus strategy that will help leave that lasting impression in the interview panel's heads, right? So if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. If you've made it this far, share this with a friend, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share it with 10 friends. We're trying to continue to grow the channel, grow our community, so we can help the next generation of educators and educational leaders thrive. So if you want to know more about us, check the description below for more information on coaching and resources and mentorship. And if you got a lot out of this video, check out this next video as well. It's going to continue to grow your skills and knowledge, and it's going to continue to build this community. We thank you for the opportunity to serve. We thank you for the opportunity to be able to give and share knowledge and insights that I've gained over the last 25 years in the educational field. And so until we see you on our next episode, again, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. And we're going to see you on our next episode. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well. Thanks, everyone.